Hello, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. My name is Mr. Maxwell, and welcome back to another side quest about video games with myself and Exile Magpie.
Hello.
I wonder what we're going to talk about today.
Oh, I wonder what.
I wonder what the big news could be of this week.
Quite fast developing news as well.
I know, yeah.
Literally the day after we chatted, the court case was finalised. The judge found in favour of Microsoft. The FTC put in a
appeal which was then just thrown out. Which was denied pretty much straight away.
Yeah. I mean, I don't buy for a second the judge's reasoning that this would be an improve access, because that's bullshit.
Well, yeah, it's actually the exact opposite of.
But I'll admit I was wrong. I thought the deal wasn't going to go through. It looks like it's going to go through now because they're now negotiating with the UK authorities over the cloud gaming, which was the thing stopping them. Now, granted, as of speaking, we don't know if that's actually being greenlit or not. So there is a chance, a very, very slim, unlikely chance, that it'll be scuppered at the last minute because of the UK authorities, because we can be fucking stubborn like that. It won't be the first time that the UK authorities have just let you gone to the rest of the world and gone, F you. Why? Because we're British.
I think I'm not surprised that it went through. I've said a number of times.
I think last week we said
we
said while we don't think it's going to go through, we also wouldn't be surprised if it did go through.
Well, the thing is, I have said a number of times that it's probably going to go through, and that's mainly because, and actually after seeing on Twitter a bunch of polls, and I've seen what people have been saying, I generally don't think people understand what a monopoly is.
Yes.
Because all the people screaming that this is really good for us and this is really good for the consumer, I'm like, you don't know what you're talking about. This is not good for anyone. All that's going to happen is Microsoft are just going to jack up their prices.
Microsoft have to make that $69 billion back. So how the fuck are they going to do it? And what happens if the projected mass flocking to Game Pass? What do you think's going to happen?
Well, here's the thing with Game Pass. It still has the problem that I mentioned before.
Yeah, because they're basically underselling it. They're gonna up the prices.
So your prices are going to go up.
They've already released new price structuring for Game Pass.
Yeah, for the
which, by the way, if you just get Game Pass on Xbox, you do not get multiplayer with it.
Right.
That's separate. So you have to get Ultimate, which is bullshit. At least
they're sticking with their thing. You know.
At least Sony's, complain all you want about Sony. But at least with Sony's PlayStation Plus, you buy the bog standard PlayStation Plus gives you multiplayer, and then the premium is stuff on top of that.
Yeah. And it's Microsoft's fault that we have to pay for multiplayer.
I'm pretty sure it's $16 a month.
Yeah,
for Game Pass Ultimate.
Yeah, it's like $16 a month.
So you're paying more for Game Pass,
and that's going to go up.
Yeah.
That's going to go up. I don't care what anybody says.
So
at the moment, let's look at the positives, because there are some positives.
Yeah, there are some positives.
Okay, right. So number one, I generally think Microsoft will actually sort Blizzard out.
Potentially.
I'm not talking about the shop.
No.
What I'm talking about is
staff's well-being.
The staff and how the people in charge are actually run. Okay, yeah. I do believe that Microsoft will get that sorted.
I will only believe that when Bobby Kotick is fired.
Well, this is the thing. Again, we don't know what's happening with Bobby Kotick. I've heard people say, "Oh, well, you'll be leaving," but no one's ever actually come out.
No one in Microsoft has actually said
exactly.
That.
So
that's the thing.
So there's that. There's the other positives that maybe there's going to be some IPs that haven't seen the light of day for fucking decades might get some love. Now that is it's a long shot, but it might happen.
Yeah, because let's be honest.
Wow, Xbox is gonna get its MMO, because you'd be dumb
Yeah,
the Xbox can run WoW.
You would think so, but also here's again the whole thing of it has to run on the S as well. Now, personally, I think WoW should be able to run on the S, but
I know what you mean, but at the moment, let's just go with let's just say that they've cut the S off because it's going to happen.
It's going to have to happen.
Microsoft have got Activision now. They're going to cut the S off. If you've got an S, I'm sorry, it's going to go out the window. It'll
turn into a streaming device.
Yeah, it'll be the streaming device.
That's what it'll
be. So the Xbox, WoW is going to get put on the Xbox, which will be good for. I think will be really good for WoW.
I'm not saying this as it's just the part of me that sees problems in stuff, and it's like if they can get the control scheme.
Oh no! Look, I've already looked at it. I've seen these, but I'm like, it can be done.
Yeah, it can.
And there's no reason not to do it.
For example, Final Fantasy 14, the console controls for that is not.
But the thing is, there's no reason for them not to do it.
No,
that's what I'm getting at, and I think that'd be a really good thing, especially for WoW, because it's more people that can actually play it, which means more revenue. You know.
The thing is, though, do they still demand the subscription fee for WoW, or do they do some bullshit and put it onto Game Pass?
That's a good question.
Because Final Fantasy 14, even though it's on the PlayStation, you still have to pay a subscription.
Yeah, after Heavensward, you have to.
Yeah, until the point where it's free up to a point, and then you pay a subscription to go further.
Yeah.
I'm of the opinion that this is solely to drive more people to Game Pass. This is the only thing Microsoft that's their only plan. Is to drive everything to Game Pass, drive everyone to Game Pass, and then when you've got everyone on Game Pass, then they go, well, to make up all our losses, we have to now double the price of Game Pass.
Yeah. But
that's the plan.
Yeah.
My question is, so what happens if it doesn't work? What if no one, what if they don't get people jumping ship from PlayStation to Xbox?
Well, they won't get me.
Well, yeah, they won't get me either.
Because all the games I like are on PlayStation.
If this was Fall of Blizzard, so the frat culture bombshell and all that. If it was before then maybe I consider it, because for certain all the Blizzard games are not coming on. Any new Blizzard game is not coming on PlayStation.
Oh no!
The only deal that Sony have signed, a 10-year deal, but it's only for Call of Duty. Microsoft are probably going to keep everything else on Xbox because it's Microsoft.
And to be fair, it's good business.
I'd be dumb not to do that.
Yeah.
However, the problem is that they're getting a tainted product. A very badly tainted product. The WoW, despite its improvements, still has a whole lot of people not happy with it. Overwatch 2 is, for all intents and purposes now, a dead game. The fan base have lost all faith in the team building it. They've lost. They literally are just. It's the cost fallacy, cost fallacy that's kept them there now.
Yeah.
Like I said, when they announced the PvE, this is the thing. When they announced the PvE cancellation, I haven't touched a single Blizzard game. Not a single one. I've not given Blizzard any money, nothing, zero zilts. The only thing you've touched is Diablo 4.
Yeah, I know. I'm not gonna lie. That game is tedious. Once you get past I'd say chapter 3, it just feels like you're doing the exact same thing.
So
that you did at the beginning.
So I understand. I'm not the target of this acquisition. It's the Call of Duty fan base, basically. Who, by the way, are mass protesting against Call of Duty because of the bullshit that we've mentioned before.
This is the thing. Again, I don't think it is just the Call of Duty fan base. I think it's these people that don't understand what a monopoly is. because Microsoft has constantly, in this entire thing, and I still do not understand how people have actually believed this, because it's that ridiculous. I burst out laughing when they first did it. When they came out and they were like, "Oh, we're here for the gamers. We're the plucky underdog in this fight." And I'm like, you're not.
You're multi-billion-dollar.
You
are as much as the plucky underdogs as Red Bull is in Formula One. You know, the multi-billion-dollar corporation that has multiple race teams.
How can a company that is buying another company for $69 billion be the plucky underdog?
But here's another thing, right? All these Xbox fans, some of them being just petulant, absolutely petulant little children with their celebrations of this, right? And I'm like, you're the same people that will be up in fucking pitchforks and torches if Sony decide to pull the trigger and buy Square Enix.
Oh yeah.
You'll be up in pitchforks. You'll be going, no, we should be allowed to blah 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 blah.
Which the thing about that is that Sony can do it.
Sony can do it
if they wanted to.
Sony can do it.
You've set a precedent, which is now. This is what I'm worried about, because it's like you can't allow Microsoft.
We said last week Sony are in the gaming business because they had a petulant little spat with Nintendo. And they were that pissed off about it that they decided to just dominate the market so much that Sega had to give up. Like, that's the company that you're dealing with.
And now Nintendo are the family friendly.
Yeah.
That was all because of Sony. But anyway, back to this. Like, what this has now done is just like, because people don't seem to understand what a monopoly actually is, this has given the green light for Sony and Microsoft just to buy
everyone,
whoever they want.
Like, if this doesn't work, if this doesn't have the outcome that Microsoft wants, with a mass move to Game Pass, if that doesn't happen, what's next? Because they've proven, like, they bought Bethesda, didn't have the mass move to Game Pass, they bought Activision. They don't buy. If that doesn't happen, who's next? They buy EA, 2K.
Exactly, and you can't stop them. You've set a precedent now. You've basically what the American courts have done have basically
because
said
Microsoft has such a wide reach, it doesn't matter.
It's better for the consumer if everything's under one umbrella.
Yeah, because Microsoft has a wide reach, and I'm like, that's not the problem. The problem is if everything is under if it's just Microsoft that's selling you stuff. Microsoft can dictate the price. Microsoft can dictate the terms and conditions.
Which absolutely baffles me, because the whole. A part of the President of the United States, by the way, a part of his thing was like he wanted to crack down on monopolies.
Yeah.
Because a lot of them were happening under Trump.
The thing is, the problem with the thing is that the FTC did an absolutely shit job of proving their point. They basically just put forward all of Sony's objections instead of actually doing what I had said. What we've been pointing out is like Microsoft will now hold an absolutely giant amount of staff and gaming ability in the US. It's like, just don't treat it as a global market. Just focus on your own fucking country and go. So all these people are now under this one umbrella, which will not like if they decide to sack 600 people like Activision usually do every year, where the fuck are these 600 now going to go?
And it's a merger, so people are going to get fired.
Yeah, people are going to lose their jobs over this
because they have to save money somewhere.
Like I said at the start, Microsoft have to make that $69 billion back. They're going to have to.
That's the most annoying thing about all of this. Like, it's not the fact that, to me, it's not the fact that Microsoft have actually managed to do it. It's the fact that everybody around is cheering this, and it's just like
it's the shitty tribalism that whenever they go on about the console wars, rah, 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 rah. I'm like, all I want is nice games I enjoy to play. I don't care about exclusivity.
But it's just like I don't understand why people. Why do you not understand monopolies? It's easy.
It's because they don't actually think about. A lot of these groups do not think a step ahead of like what happens after this.
Exactly.
What happens after this goes through, and no one goes, well, what happens if what they want to happen doesn't happen? What happens if they don't get the mass influx of Game Pass subscriptions?
What happens if, because of this, let's say Sony doesn't buy Square Enix. Let's say this cripples Sony, and Sony cut their losses and like we can't do this. That would leave Xbox being basically the only console in town.
Yeah.
Right. What happens then?
Oh, easy. DRM.
It means everything that you don't want in your video games is going to be there. Everything.
They're going to jack the prices on console online. They're going to basically start doing. And here's another thing, right? We're at a point in subscription base, like, because we said, and they've said that they want to be the next Netflix of games. Netflix are now just removing series after 2 days because it hasn't.
Yeah, which actually we're going to actually talk about later about the whole thing with games disappearing. We are going to get onto that. But yeah.
So, in one sense, I'm happy that it's looking like it's going to be over. It's finally going to be done. I'm looking at all the fanboys shouting in the streets like petulant little fucking children and going, just shut the fuck up.
Look, for me, to me personally, the whole thing with the Xbox fanboys and the Sony fanboys, it like I
just want them to grow up.
I want them all to grow up, but I couldn't give a shit. That's like the whole thing. That's to me. That's just when we beat Sunderland.
Yeah.
Sort of
no, but
that's what that is to me.
It's the whole hypocrisy of it.
Yeah.
It's the thing that annoys the most out of me. It's like if Sony turn around and buy Square Enix tomorrow because of this, like the Xbox fan base have nothing to stand on. They can't say boo to a goose over it because for the love of God, for the last almost a year, they've been pissy and petulant about this fucking takeover and constantly just rubbing it into anyone that fucking gives a damn, and I'm just sick and tired of it. I'm like, just grow the fuck up.
Yeah. But like I've said, like, so the worst thing about all of this is the reaction from people.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, this is a really good thing. No, it isn't.
No, it isn't.
Like, you know Cyberpunk? And I know this is Cyberpunk, you do know they're all corporations that run everything.
Yeah. The whole point of the whole point of the cyberpunk and those type of genres is to show that if corporations ruled things would be fucking even worse than they are now.
If everything is under one umbrella, we're fucked.
Yeah. like the thing is, I was like, Microsoft is basically like the megacorps in they don't actually care about
the
gamers. They don't care about consumers because they're just an obstacle to making more money. Now, granted, yes, that's a perfect suit for Activision Blizzard and Bobby Kotick, but like I said, if they don't fire or get rid of Bobby Kotick, then Microsoft is happy with the way he runs Activision Blizzard, which means they are happy that their companies are run like shit.
Yeah.
And that staff are treated like that's the only shining light from this is the potential of Bobby Kotick getting fucking kicked out and gone into the ether, hopefully to never rear his fucking demon horns ever again. That's the only bright side of this. So at least it's over, and I'm like, and this whole thing about, oh yeah, it's a 10-year deal. It's like, yeah, but what happens if they don't make another Call of Duty game? What happens if right, they take all the first person shooter developers and throw them onto something else that's a first person shooter set in Modern Warfare?
Well, basically just make a new game.
Yeah, that's not part of the deal.
Exactly. Like, the other thing is, what's to stop them from just releasing an inferior version on the PlayStation?
Oh, that's going to happen.
No, that's what I mean.
That's going to happen.
Now, what's to stop them?
Like, by the way, this is the company that introduced paid subscription for online play. Microsoft introduced it. The Xbox started it because the Xbox was out at the same time as PS2. PS2 did not have, granted, didn't start with online, but did not have when they released the online expansion, that little box that you put to
stuck on the back.
That was free.
The good old days. The good old days.
The good old days of free internet, free multiplayer.
The internet was your phone, and you had that dial-up thing.
Yeah.
Oh, the good old days.
So, I'm
just disappointed.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. But again, I thought that they would find because the very fact that in court it was literally said that the Xbox executives were like, yeah, we want to throw Sony out of the market, and it's like common sense. It's like, if you have a company that is wanting to basically eliminate the competition, then it's because they don't want competition.
Yeah.
Which means they want to just fucking nickel and dime the users of that product for everything that they can. Like, the gaming industry is a shithole as it is. You just have to look at the Activision Blizzard bloody shops. Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah.
This is another thing. Like, all you Xbox fans and all that, it's like, you're not going to get a better product. The shop in all Activision games are still going to be extortionate bullshit for stuff that the money is not even going to go anywhere near to the people who actually designed that shit.
Bobby Kotick said in a statement, "It will enable competition rather than allow entrenched market leaders to continue to dominate our rapidly growing industry."
How will it enable competition when you are reducing the amount of competition? That's like saying having a 3-person race is more competitive than a 4-person race.
Let's just put it into perspective of let's put it into when we're just talking about competition. There's a reason why the Premier League, the English Premier League, is the best league in the world.
Mm-hmm.
That's because we have 6 teams at the moment. We have the big six.
We have the big six.
We have the big 6 who are always the ones that you look at and go, they're going for the championship. But because the way our league is set up and because the way it works, because of competition, any team can get to the top.
But also, like, you get teams like Brighton and Hove Albion
who just come out of nowhere and do really well.
Bournemouth,
who should have died last season and didn't.
Brentford.
Yeah.
Brentford should not have no possibility of reaching Europe, and yet because of the way the league is structured and the fact that other teams didn't perform well, Tottenham, they got. I think did they just miss out or did they get into Europe?
I think they got in. I think they're into the conference.
Europa Conference League,
because of Man City winning the
Champions League,
and the FA Cup and
the Premier League,
because they won the treble.
But the point is like, because back to your comparison, because there's so many teams that are like battling it out for each other, it's a very, very competitive
That's my point. That's competition. If Man City decided to buy Man United
and then buy all the other teams in the north,
and then that's not competition. It's
right. Okay, here's the Premier League is more competitive than the Scottish League. The Scottish League has only 10 teams in their Premier League. The Premier League has 20.
Yeah.
The English Premier League has 20. But again, it's like it is a case of like Microsoft. This argument of it makes it more competitive is literally saying, a 3-person race, a 2-person race is more competitive than a 3-person race.
It just
no,
and
it isn't.
The thing that like people agree with that is the thing that baffles me the most. Like how do you even make that as actual sense? Oh yeah, we've just bought the biggest company in the gaming industry, and so now there's going to be more competition. How? Where? You mean you can actually compete now? That's the competition. Yeah. Is that what you're saying?
Off the back,
no, that's not what we're saying at all.
Off the back of stuff that's all been done. Like Microsoft, I know you said like there's a chance they may release new stuff or old licenses.
Yeah.
There's no not
a guarantee. What I'm saying is like it's a possible positive that like they might do it.
Just look at fucking Bethesda.
Yeah, I know.
Just look at Bethesda. Look at the amount of IPs that Bethesda own underneath them for all the other differences. What all IP that hasn't been released in a while? Which one's in the pipeline? None of them. Not a single one. They've been in charge for a few years now. You'd expect at least something.
Yeah, that's true. That is very true.
But no, Microsoft keeps saying they were hands off.
And we're doing this for competition. We're doing this for competition.
They're a hands-off publisher. So much so that they will literally let the ship hit an iceberg.
Such a fucking...
I sincerely hope even more now that I'm wrong about Starfield. That I'm wrong that it's going to release in an absolutely terrible state and it's going to be actually a very boring game. And... it's going to have all the cons that like the Fallout 76, Skyrim's bugs that they haven't fixed yet, etc., etc., etc. I'm worried that I'm going to be right, and I hope I'm not. I really do hope I'm not. But if I am, then that is a massive red flag for the standards of games being released by Xbox. And the Xbox, like, despite the fact that I've been shitting on some parts of the Xbox fan base throughout this rant. They don't deserve this. They don't deserve a company that does not care about the product that they bought.
Well, this is the thing. Like we discussed this with Redfall when Redfall came out. We said it's not about the games. It's about Game Pass.
Yeah.
It's about putting stuff on Game Pass, and that's it. Because like you said, they want to be the next Netflix of games, and it's just like no. And nobody wants that.
Yeah, especially now that the likes of Disney, all your subscription fit stuff are literally going, oh, this didn't make bigger bucks. It wasn't watched by everyone that's on our subscription. It didn't give us 20 million more subscriptions. Pull it, get rid of it, delete it. It didn't exist. Like, there's never...
And that's, you know what? That's the thing that annoys me as well. We had the warning when Disney bought everybody.
Yeah.
We've had that warning. And because, like, look at the shit that we get from Disney now. And that's because they own everything. It's because they own everything.
Yeah.
It's just garbage now. And now, this has happened. It's the same thing all over again. Everyone's massively happy that... Microsoft bought Activision. Just like everybody
I'm going to make a prediction. Next year's Call of Duty will literally be a very, very rushed, unfinished...
No. You see, this is the thing. Microsoft aren't stupid. What they're going to do is the next Call of Duty is going to be alright. It's going to be good. Right? It's going to be good. Because what most people play is Warzone.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So that's going to work.
Nothing else will.
The game will be up to standard, and that's about it. But it'll be fine. It's the games after that, because that game gets released, and everyone will be like, oh, okay, so they're actually doing this. They're actually going to do. The next 10 years, COD's going to be fine. We've got no problems.
And then they're going to literally.
And then they're going to hit you with the hammer.
Yeah. Then the Call of Duty is going to be an absolute shit show.
Yeah.
It'll make Vanguard look like a competent release.
Yeah. Unless it's on the Xbox.
No, I think even on the Xbox.
You think even on the Xbox?
Yeah.
I think the first one's going to be fine, and then only the Xbox version.
I'm convinced. Well, Phil Spencer's even openly admitted it. The quality of games is not their primary focus. They don't care. They claim that if they don't make, even if they made amazing games, it wouldn't make a difference. If the lead head honcho of Xbox comes out and says it doesn't matter what the quality of our games are, how does that? Why would anyone under him give a shit?
Yeah, you got a point there.
If the person in charge of the entire thing basically turns around and goes, "Yeah, our games are shit,"
and they're going to charge you. They're going to charge you about £100 for the stuff as well. No.
Our games are shit.
You know what? Actually, with the
we're not going to try and make them better.
Right.
Because I don't care what anyone says. That is what he said. In no sugarcoating it.
That was their defense of why they should be allowed to buy Activision.
Because their games are shit.
Because they're crap.
He basically called Halo, Gears of War, shit.
No, they're not good enough.
Halo. The game that, from after it launched, every sci-fi first-person shooter was called the next Halo killer. The potential Halo killer. Halo!
Mm-hmm.
Like, the #1 IP Microsoft has created. Granted by Bungie, but anyway.
Hey, no. Microsoft paid Bungie. There you go.
The #1 IP.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the most recognizable sci-fi shooter in gaming.
Yeah, I'd go that far.
A gaming series that should have had a much better fucking series than what Netflix.
Paramount.
Paramount, yeah.
Paramount. It would have been worse.
I actually watched the Ackman do what he would have done for the Halo series, which was basically the first game.
Yeah.
The plot of the first game with extra bits added in to make like to build up for like season 2, game 2 with the Covenant. And I was like, do you know what? That sounds like an actually fucking damn good series.
Oh yeah, but that's the thing. With a lot of the adaptations, like The Witcher would be miles better if they actually followed either the books or the games. Like if they did that,
we want to put our own mark. Yes, there is a way to do it. Do you know what? Peter Jackson put his own mark on the Lord of the Rings trilogy. He didn't really stray away from the fucking story too much. He actually cut stuff out because he had to. There was just too much. He had to literally go. Does this progress the story of the ring? No. Well, unfortunately, we're going to have to go. That's why Tom Riddle isn't.
Yeah.
Is it Tom Riddle? No. Who's his name? Oh, anyway, I know who it is. Yeah, the halfling that's like really magical and that.
Oh, yeah, I know who you mean.
I can't. The name literally has just fled my mind. I was like, God. Anyway, that's why they're not in it. Anyway, like I wanna try and think of more positives for this deal going through.
But
apart from
basically what I said.
Yeah, the potential improvement of staff at Activision Blizzard, which involves the removal of Bobby Kotick.
And the potential that like some old IPs might get some love.
I don't think that'll happen.
Which I don't think it will happen. But it's a potential. Maybe WoW will get some
more people using
it. More people using it if it goes to Xbox. I think there are some positives here, but I just wish people would understand, or at least know.
None of the positives are what people are jumping up and down on social media for.
I just wish people would understand that monopolies are bad.
Yeah.
Because that seems to be the thing that nobody seems to understand. And it's kind of annoying because monopolies are bad.
Yeah. It's the whole tribalism of this shit. I'm just sick and tired of it. It's like, it was tiresome at the Sega, Nintendo. It was tiresome for Dreamcast. It was tiresome when the Xbox came out against the PlayStation 2. It was tiresome when the 360 and the PlayStation 3 went at it. It's tiresome. It's tiresome now.
I just want to play good games.
All I want is for people to play good games on the console/PC of their choice. Yeah. That is all I want.
Easy
all
peasy.
I want. And there's a dog.
If you're hearing a dog, it's because the window's open because it gets very hot in here.
It gets too hot in here.
Yeah. And it's very hot in this.
I'm waiting. Like, and again, I'm saying like the plan for the Xbox is to get as many people onto Game Pass as possible. And if this doesn't work, what do they do next?
To be honest with you, if this doesn't work,
nothing will.
Right. nothing will.
And here's another thing. Like, going back to Disney and Paramount and Netflix, we've seen the fact that subscription models have a roof. There is no constant growth. It hits a point, and then that's it. You don't. It doesn't matter what you do. It stays at that. So what happens if Microsoft are already there? What if Game Pass is already at that point? Like, I've got from month free for my new PC. When I bought my new PC, they gave a month for Game Pass. I haven't activated it.
Yeah, I've got the same.
I haven't activated it because I'm like, no. If I want a game, I want to buy it.
I've got the same on mine.
I mean, yes, I have the PlayStation Premium, but that's because of the classics. I want the classics. I want the classics collection, and I have to have the premium for that. That's the only reason why. Because it's cheaper than going hunting across the fucking country to find certain games. It really is, and also cheaper. So,
I think the question now is, like we said, like, what's next? What's going to happen now?
Yeah,
because that is a big question. Because
also before anyone, I mean, some of you, if
anybody watches this,
if anyone watches this, the fanboys will have already put in the comments. I bet you don't go about this if Sony was doing it. No, I would be, because I don't want fucking this.
Yeah, we don't like it when Sony do stupid shit. As much as we like Sony,
I called out at the end of the PS4 when Sony were going on about, we can't let our Sony players play with Xbox. And we want to care about it. It's like, no, fuck off. You just don't want crossplay. I was like, I have no problems with crossplay, and I called that shit out. And if Sony decides to buy Square Enix, I'll be saying again that this is wrong. It shouldn't happen.
Actually, to be fair,
yeah, I know, but I was still be against it.
But the thing, me too. But like, I'm not gonna call it out.
My only thing that I'd said was, if the only company that I have no qualms of being bought was Konami, because they weren't doing anything with their licenses. They weren't doing anything with their IPs. So I was like, yeah, fuck it, have them. Like, we might actually get something. But now Konami are starting to do shit. So I'm like, even then, it's like,
I don't really want you to buy Konami.
It is Konami, and I hate Konami with an absolute fucking passion because of what you've done. But you seem to be doing something right.
Yeah, you're doing something. I just don't know what it is.
So I can't really, I have to applaud the shit that you do. That's right. But still like, there's a part of me like, this is Konami. What are you gonna do to fuck it up? What are you gonna do? How are you fucking it up? I mean, granted, you kind of.
The new Silent Hill game is going to have microtransactions. You know what? Actually, if I was a developer or like a director for the new Silent Hill game, just as a little like fuck you to the heads of Konami, I'd put pachinko machines in the game.
Oh, them being a monster.
Yeah, them being an actual monster.
Yes. Yeah, that's what I would do. I don't think Konami would like that, but still.
Yeah, to be fair, like if they're a company worth any salt, as long as the game makes money.
Yes, but again, that's Konami, and also so speaking of companies worth a salt, Activision Blizzard fired a guy for putting a joke in World of Warcraft. Yeah, they did that. Because some executive saw that and went, "No, that's about me. I don't like that. I'm an executive. You can't make fun of me." What do you mean you're upset about I fired one? Why are you being a snowflake?
Yeah, pretty much.
This is the thing about another thing about hypocrisy is like the people who claim certain groups are massive snowflakes are usually the actual biggest fucking snowflakes.
No. Right, moving on. Because there are other things to talk about.
Yes, there is other news.
As much as I am...
As much as we want to talk about, like, why monopolies are bad and why we think this is a terrible idea and why everyone who's fucking screaming happy hallelujah will be the first people with pitchforks against Sony if they'd pulled that shit.
Yeah. Right, an alarming 87% of retro games are being lost to time. In the first study on the commercial availability of classic games, only 13% have been preserved as of now.
Yeah. It takes... This is the thing. It's reliant on the fan base to actually keep the games alive. I'm so glad we still have like some PS2s.
Aye.
We don't have all the games that we used to. Yeah, we don't have all the games that we used to, which is...
We've got the... For us, I'd say we've got the important ones.
We've got mostly the really important ones. There's only one or two that I'm like, we had that, and I'm very upset about that we don't have it. But
Bloody Roar.
We never were able to get Bloody Roar.
No. We were able to rent it.
The one that we did have that we don't have now that I'm very upset about, Burnout 3.
Yeah.
That's the one I'm really upset about.
I'm not.
I know you're not. You're not. You're not really fussed about racing games.
No.
Exactly.
Okay, so despite being a billion-dollar industry, video games are something of a dying medium, as a vast array of titles are frequently killed off in one way or another. However, according to a new study, the number of games being lost to time is quite staggering. Nearly 9 out of 10 US games are critically endangered. The Video Game History Foundation, the VGHF, partnered with the Software Preservation Network, an organisation intent on advancing software preservation through collective action, to release a report on the disappearance of classic video games. Classic in this case has been defined as all games released before 2010, which the VGHF noted in the year when digital game distribution started to take off. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
2010. In the study, the two groups found that 87% of these classic games are not in release and considered critically endangered. 87% are not in release? Oh, hold on. Are not in release and also considered critically endangered.
In other words, they're not being sold.
Yeah, I was reading it wrong. It was my brain. Due to their widespread unavailability. One example from the paper is 2006 Yakuza on PlayStation 2. It's been remade in the form of 2016's Yakuza Kiwami, which was hailed as excellent, but as the VGHF specified, Yakuza Kiwami is a complete remake from the ground up and should be considered a separate title, especially since the original game is no longer in print. This is what the video game is arguing for. Yeah.
The hypocrisy of the whole shtick about, and Nintendo is just as guilty as this. Like, everyone is guilty. All the major corporations are guilty. This, everyone. Of, we don't like piracy.
Yeah.
Well, here's a good idea. Like, Nintendo goes after the emulators.
Mm-hmm.
Who make stuff so that people can run, like Super Mario, or Duck Hunt. You know the classic NES games or the SNES games, and Nintendo go, no, you can't have that, not allowed. But then they turn around and go, we don't like people pirating our games. Well, here's the thing: if I only have one option of pirating to gain something, I've only got that option. I either don't have the game or I pirate it. Here's an idea. Give me the option to actually have the fucking game. Because we're talking about, like, especially like the really old games like the Nintendo, stuff on the Atari, the Amiga, Commodore Amiga games. Like, they're
gone.
Yeah,
they're
gone. But also, like, there are people who were born after those consoles and computers ceased production.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they were long gone, done and gone and forgotten about. The fucking Acorn we had. This is showing us how old. This is actually admitting how old we are. We had an Acorn.
We did. We had an Acorn. My God.
I don't remember what the people who made it were called, but the computer was called an Acorn, and it was literally a monotone screen.
Eggy.
Yeah,
Eggy.
Dizzy.
Yeah, Dizzy. What was the fox thing called that we had? You remember that? He was like a fire. He had like a bomber jacket and.
Oh God, yeah, I know who you're talking about. But speaking of classics, that's not too long ago. Well, I don't know. I've only just really noticed it recently. Zool.
Yeah, Zool's been re-released
on PC.
On PC, yeah.
That was sponsored by Chubba Chubs.
It's on PlayStation as well.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's on PlayStation.
Oh my God, that is literally my childhood.
Zool.
But yeah, there's like so many games that even if you have them, you can't play them because they don't run on modern PCs, and it's like just. And then people like the fucking Nintendo going after the emulators for consoles they don't make anymore. Like, yeah, I know some people go, but the Switch has a Nintendo 64 console and the SNES and Super SNES console. Yeah, but only selected games. What if you remember a game that was on those consoles that hasn't been deemed worthy enough by Nintendo to be in the collection?
Well, look at the GameCube. There's tons of games on the GameCube.
Oh God, yeah, GameCube has so many games that will actually.
They're probably just like out there in the ether because GameCube didn't do that well.
Dreamcast. The amount of games that Dreamcast had, but because the Dreamcast was too ahead of its time for the technology, it died a death.
There's a bunch of games on there that are probably gone.
Power Stone.
Really?
That's a prime example. But also like the best version of the best home version
of
Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Yeah.
Capcom, Marvel, just fucking get your asses out of your fucking.
It's not Marvel, it's Disney now.
I don't care. Disney and Capcom, get your head out of your ass.
No, because I don't want that to happen. I want Capcom to stay away from Disney. Because the last time those two worked together, we got Marvel versus Capcom Ultimate Infinite. No, I don't want that again. No, go away.
No, just re-release Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Yeah, but Disney aren't going to let that happen. Disney are going to be like, okay, yeah, you can really release it, but you've got to put these in. You've got to do this. You've got
to put Doctor Strange and Scarlet Witch in. You've got to put these guys in.
Yeah.
Got to put these.
We're
releasing a movie on the Marvel, so you got to put all Miss Marvels in.
It's the reason why there's no Final Fantasy characters in Kingdom Hearts 3. Because Disney were like, no, you've got to have just Disney characters. It's like, what? The whole point of Kingdom Hearts is merging the two things.
Is Disney with Square Enix. It's Disney with Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
That was the whole point. You fucking doofus.
Yeah, but Disney can fuck off. So can Microsoft. Fucking nuggets. Anyway,
well, Disney have had to use all their their characters to go down the red carpet because of the writers and actors strike.
Yeah, that's true.
What was the movie that they released?
The most recent one was Elemental. Is that not the one?
It might be. They literally had like Mickey and Minnie go down the red carpet because they couldn't have none of the actors.
It must be another one because I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't think it was Elemental. I think
Elemental came out before the strike.
Yeah.
So
it's a different movie. I can't remember which one, but literally they had.
Well, they released about 6 a month. It was like.
They had literally like Minnie and Mickey and fucking just a cast of animated characters going down on like, yeah, because you've got no one.
Yeah.
You've got fucking no one. Just a little tangent on the fucking writers and now actors strike. Yeah.
I think
after what the fucking studios have said. Yeah. Oh, you think you can do this with AI? Go ahead. Have a go. Do it. Go on. Make an entire series oh wait, someone did do that, and it was basically Seinfeld.
Yeah.
So much so that it literally was being sued for copyright. So yeah, have fun trying to do that, you fucking assholes.
Okay, so back to this.
Yeah.
For accessing nearly 9 to 10 classic games, there are a few options. Seek out and maintain vintage collectible games and hardware. Travel across the country to visit a library or piracy. Kevin Lewin wrote, which Kevin Lewin is the co-director of the VGHF. None of those options are desirable, which means most video games are inaccessible to all but the most die-hard and dedicated fans. That's pretty grim. Grim is right, particularly when the study claims that just 13% of games' history is archived in libraries right now, and that's part of the dilemma here. According to a March 2023 Ars Technica report, laws around the Digital Millennium Copyright Act largely prevents folks from making and distributing copies of any DRM-protected digital work, while the US Copyright Office has issued exemptions from those rules so that libraries and researchers can archive digital material. Video games are explicitly left out.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Which makes it nigh impossible for anyone to effectively study game history. Which is a shame.
Yeah, it is a shame. But here's the thing: the governments around the world could easily just fix this. Basically, go, if you haven't sold this product in about 10 years,
yeah.
If you haven't sold this in 10 years, it becomes open source and free use.
Because it is a shame, because like when you watch, I don't know if you, because there are a few documentaries about video games.
Yeah.
And when you watch, they always do this. They always start off at Pong, right?
Yeah.
And then they go to Super Mario.
Yeah.
Right? And then they go to like another game, and then another game. They never show the in-between bits. Like the actual progression that went from Pong to Mario, from Mario to Sonic, from Sonic to this, from that to this. Yeah. They never show like
Zool.
Stuff like Zool or if they do, it's like a bunch of games came out that was like Sonic
or Mario,
and then they'll show like a little montage of like, and Zool will be in there, but they'll never actually discuss like, well, okay, so this was like Sonic, but it did things, it did this that was different, and then because of that, another game took that idea and made it better and stuff like that, because that's how it all this sort of stuff happens in video games. It's like people will see something and be like, oh well, we can do that. What Blizzard are notorious for doing this.
Oh yeah, in
their games they'd be like, well, we can do that, but we can do it better. They'd steal people's idea. Well, not steal, they'd take an idea from another game and make it better. It's what Blizzard, I mean, they don't do it anymore because, well, they're Blizzard.
Yeah. They're too busy selling you the shop.
Yeah, they want to sell you the shop now. But it's that stuff that's like the more interesting stuff, if you know what I mean. Yeah,
the evolution of a game.
Actually seeing the evolution instead of just going like, well, here's Pong in this year, and then Super Mario
here's Super Mario on the Nintendo, and here's Super Mario on the SNES.
Yeah.
Let's not look at like all the Amiga platformers that were released between those events, and you know.
Or they'll sometimes bring up the Atari.
Or the Commodore 64.
Or the Commodore 64. Sometimes, but they won't actually show you anything that was on them.
No.
They'll maybe show you like something.
Sensible Soccer.
Sensible Soccer. Yeah, they'll show you like little snippets of something, but they won't actually talk about the games that were actually on those consoles.
No. Like, for example, Monkey Island.
Yeah, Monkey Island. It's just like it's a shame that we don't see that sort of stuff, and this is why.
Yep.
Really, because I don't know what to say now. I've lost it.
The whole
I feel I'm just very disappointed.
Yeah, it is very disappointing.
I think that's the word for today.
It is the hypocrisy of these companies claiming, like, for example, we talked about bloody EA basically saying, oh yeah, we're not going to let you make another Alice Anthony McGee's American McGee's Alice. We're not going to let you make a third
because we don't think it will sell that much, but we're going to keep the
we're going to keep the IP though. We're going to keep the IP though. You're not doing anything with it. Why do you want it? Well, it might make some money in a few years. Fuck off. You currently have no fucking intention of. I mean, you just.
That's one of the ones that that hurt me. I'm not gonna lie. That one hurt me when it was just like, yeah, we're not gonna make a third Alice game, especially when they showed off like the concept art and all that sort of stuff. It was really cool.
Well, he even did a GoFundMe to show that there was a for proof of that there was demand for it, and it's like you're not doing like, for example, Konami up until very, very recently were doing fuck all with their licenses apart from making really shit games
and pachinko machines.
EA has a fucking back catalogue of God knows how many games that they're just sitting on and doing nothing. Activision Blizzard is the same. Microsoft are the same. Sony is exactly the same. They have so many fucking IPs that they just sit on and do nothing. And, like, how...
Oh, no, actually, Sony don't have a lot of IPs because what Sony do is once they think an IP's done, they sell it. That's why, that's fucking hell, Microsoft owned Crash Bandicoot and Spyro.
Yes. But that was Naughty Dog.
Yeah, but Sony had the IPs.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. And then they sold the IPs to Activision.
So, yeah, Microsoft had Crash
fucking hell, that hurts.
Do you honestly think they're going to actually do anything with it?
It just... God damn it, man. That's the word of today.
God damn it.
God damn it and disappointment.
But like, they're just sitting on these IPs doing nothing because for what EA used to go, well, my single player games aren't popular anymore. Go fuck yourself. They're not popular because you deliberately make them shit.
Yeah. This article actually brings up a good comparison line. So imagine if the only way to watch Titanic was to find a used VHS tape.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the whole thing.
Yeah.
And maintain your own vintage equipment so that you could still watch it. And what if no library, not even the Library of Congress, could do any better? They could keep and digitize that VHS of Titanic, but you'd have to go all the way there to watch it. It sounds crazy, but that's the reality we live in with games. A $180 billion industry.
Yeah.
While the games and their history disappear.
It is run by people who don't care. They're not in it for making it. Phil Spencer is head of Xbox not because he wants to make great games. He's there to make money, and only that. That's it. Bobby Kotick is CEO of Activision Blizzard to make money and nothing else. Like that. That's the issue. Is that the gaming industry, like the movie industry in Hollywood at the moment, they are run by people who are not there for the actual making of that entertainment.
Yeah. They're
not there to push forward. I mean, it's for Hollywood, you have exceptions like James Cameron, for example.
I don't know. A lot of his movies lately have not been great.
The thing is, though, you can tell he's there. He does that shit.
Although I will give you that most of the movies that haven't been great, he's only been like producer. He's not actually been
the stuff that he gets
director.
Involved in.
Yeah,
the stuff that he gets involved in. The stuff that he's produced, it's usually like, oh, this is a nice little project. I'll put some money to it.
Terminator Dark Fate was
terrible.
And his name is on there.
Yes, his name is on there.
But I think the difference is like if you look at Avatar 2.
Yeah.
Avatar 2 is not the best movie in the world.
No.
But you can tell there's a lot of love put into it.
A lot of love and a lot of like determination, and like he wants to make it the best as possible.
Yeah. So like I agree with that. People like James Cameron. I think the thing is, it's not it's not really the directors. I mean, there are some directors in there that are just there, like, we're going to make a movie, and look at any Marvel movie. Most of those directors now are just like, oh well, this is a payday. Like, you just have to look at Thor Love and Thunder, and you can tell that is a movie that no one wanted to make.
Yeah, there's you can tell. All you have to do is compare Thor Love and Thunder to Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Yeah.
That's all you have to do. Compare those two movies together, and you can tell which one the people involved in it really wanted to make a good movie for making it a good movie.
Exactly.
Because they wanted it to be a good movie, not for, oh, this is part of the multiverse and it's going to be cool.
It's not even that. They just, like, I refuse to believe that Taika Waititi wanted to make that movie. Because I've watched almost all his movies. It's the worst one. Like, you can tell. It is. Because he makes really good movies. Like, Jojo Rabbit is amazing. Like, you can tell when a movie that he wants to make to a movie that, like, he's contracted to
make. In other words, like, he's been given the script, turn that into a movie.
Yeah.
And, by the way, you can't change anything.
Probably. Or it's just been like, oh, he's just bored. But he has to make it because he's contracted.
True.
But if you look at like his other movies, you can tell that he really gets involved in. Like, they're fantastic. They're like, Jojo Rabbit is perfect example of this. I will recommend that movie to anyone because it's that good. And then you look at Love and Thunder, and you think I generally was like, this is not
the same guy.
This is not the same director. This is not the same director.
Yeah, but back to the whole like gaming history. It's like we've now got people who have grown up, who were born long after some of these consoles and some of these games were ever made and went out of circulation, and it's wrong. But they do that because they go, well, when we eventually determine in our omnipotent mercy to give them the option to buy it again, we can charge them for whatever the fuck we want.
Exactly.
Instead of what they should do, which is basically either A, charge pittance for it, or give it away for free. Because you're not going to make much money off it.
No, because the only people who are going to play it are the people who remember it from when they were kids.
Yeah.
Apart from, like, maybe the Mario games. But even then, most of the people who play them are going to be people who played it when they were kids.
Yeah, it is just, it's fucking frustrating.
And just the thing that annoys me is, like, they want to charge you an arm and a leg for them, and it doesn't cost anything for them to actually do anything to.
No. I mean, but also, like, certain companies just get rid of the code. Prime example, Final Fantasy VIII. They had to build. They literally had. I think the one member of the team still had a disc.
Yeah.
That's how they were able to save it, because they didn't actually have the original files.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, everyone, people will shit on Final Fantasy VIII, but it's still, like, a phenomenal game if you think about it. Like, it's one of the, like, it's a pinnacle part of the Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah.
It's just, unfortunately for 8, it came in between 7 and 9.
Yeah.
That's the problem with 8. It's not that it's
that and the junction system.
The junction system is a bit weird. No, it is a bit weird, but looking back on it now and playing it, I actually kind of get it, sort of thing. I was like, okay, this clearly was. I was too young.
Yeah.
When they released this to actually understand the actual intricacies. I wasn't that much.
I just don't like it.
But now looking at it, I'm like, oh, actually, this kind of makes a little bit of sense now. How the fuck did that happen?
It's like, if you think
but
about
its big problem was that it came out between Final Fantasy VII, which was the vast majority of the fan base's introduction to the Final Fantasy series. Yes, there are those that were introduced in 6 or 4 or whatever, but like the mainstream was 7.
Yeah.
7 was the introduction into the mainstream, and 9 was just its homage to everything that had come before it, to back to its roots of and. 9 is a special game.
9 is the best.
The art style does not age. The story is still phenomenal. Its characters are like all lovable, and you can't really find a fault with anyone. I mean, even Kuja. Kuja is, you're supposed to hate him.
Yeah,
you're supposed to hate that arrogant little.
Although I do have to admit, like, his twist is one of like my favourite twists in a game.
Where
he finds out that he is also, spoilers, he is also a doll.
Yeah. And it's like, he just goes on a massive rampage.
He just can't handle it.
Fine, I'm just going to destroy everything. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I'm not having a bad reaction to this news, not at all. I'm just going to call the end of all creation.
I'm perfectly fine. What do you want?
Fine. This is a perfectly normal reaction.
I'm just going to summon Necron and murder everybody. It's perfectly fine. Don't worry about it. This is a normal reaction.
This is a perfectly normal reaction to finding out that you are literally not an actual person.
Yeah, I love 9. Like 9 is so good. I'm losing ourselves again. But yeah, it's a.
Like, I do wonder because I have for PS1. I still have Metal Gear Solid. We still have Final Fantasy 7, 8, and 9 on disc for our PlayStation 2s. But the PS1s obviously, because the PlayStation 2, shockingly enough, was backwards compatible. I know! Amazing, isn't it?
Back then, that was absolutely amazing.
I have the original Actua Soccer. We have quite a few PlayStation 1 games that are like... I do wonder if I...
The one game that I wish we had got was Ape Escape.
Yeah, because we only rented that.
Yeah. We
never were able to get our hands on it.
Yeah. The Bugs Bunny game, do you remember that?
Oh, Thingy in Time.
Yeah.
Lost in Time. Yeah.
That was funny. Wasn't great, but it was funny.
It was a funny Bugs Bunny game, and that's all that it needed to be. Was it frustrating? Yes, because it was PlayStation 1 controls in a 3D platformer. You better believe it was fucking frustrating at times.
Resident Evil 1? Original?
Yeah, well, the director's cut.
Director's cut, yeah.
We have the director's cut of Resident Evil 1.
Someone
thought it was a great idea for it to be a present for me. I don't know why. Hey, anyway, we have it.
I'm pretty sure it actually came with the PlayStation.
Probably.
Because back then, this was the really cool thing back then when you bought a console. And Nintendo did this as well. Like, you didn't just buy like one game. You didn't just get one game. You got like 3.
Yeah, it was like
4?
3 games. Like
if you were lucky, you got 4. I think PlayStation came with 3. One was Resident Evil. Resident Evil was like the best one, and I can't remember what the other 2 were. Oh, the other one, it was Resident Evil, Crash Bandicoot,
yes,
and I can't remember what the third one was.
Was it not Actua Soccer?
It might have been. It might have been Actua Soccer.
Yeah.
I think it was a sports game.
Yeah.
Because that's what they used to do. They used to sell you the console with
like 3 games.
With like 3 games.
As in the UK, one was a football game, one was an action game, and one was a platformer.
Yeah. And yeah,
I mean, how Resident Evil was classed as an action game, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think people just saw it as like, oh, you shoot zombies. It must be action.
Yeah, clearly. But yeah, it's just like, it is so disappointing that like the people that make these games, and it's not, the people who own the IPs to these games hold on to them like a fucking medieval dragon. Like, oh, this is my hoard. It's making nothing for you. They're like a shit dragon.
Yeah.
Like, at least a dragon in Legend, its hoard was actually worth something.
Yeah, it was gold.
They hold on to an IP. Well, it's my IP. It's my IP. What are you doing with it? Nothing, but it's my IP. I could make money from it.
Okay, then make
money from it.
Oh no, can't do that.
Can't do that.
You can't do that.
People won't buy it.
Well,
but you just said it's.
How do you know?
How do you know?
Okay.
And every single game publisher is guilty of it.
Oh yeah, every single one of them. They're all terrible at it. Okay, so moving on. Final Fantasy 16's early sale figures are its latest battleground. Basically, there's a big debate online at the moment.
Is the 3 million sales it made, is that a success or not? And I'm literally saying, if you have to say million after the title, after the number, then yes, it is probably a success. Because you got to think, that's $70.
Aye.
Times 3 million.
Yeah, considering the fact that like you've got to think
that's
Final Fantasy 9.
$210 million. Now, yes, I'm not saying that Final Fantasy 16 cost less to make that, but in its opening days, to make that much money back, Jesus fucking Christ!
I would say I think 3 million's good.
Yeah.
I think we need to get out. Like companies need to get out of that. Like Capcom have recently done that quite well. I mean, granted, Capcom have just been hitting banger after banger.
Yeah, no, but it also took people to turn around and literally slap them in the face after they said Resident Evil 7 was disappointing in sales.
Yeah,
like what the fuck?
It made it was like 60. They sold 16 million or something like that by the end of the run.
It's like it's your best selling fucking Resident Evil game since Resident Evil 4. What is wrong with you?
Yeah, I do not want companies to go back to that because that was bad. That was really, really bad.
The thing is, they're comparing it to to Final Fantasy 7 remake, and I'm like, but Resident 7. I keep saying it's Resident Evil, but Final Fantasy 7 remake had an entire console generation's worth of hype behind it.
Yeah.
It had so much pushing it. It was ridiculous.
That and the fact that literally all they had to say was, "Oh, by the way, it's Final Fantasy 7."
Yeah. This was a game that was being asked for since they showed off the fucking What If Final Fantasy 7 was made
on the PS3.
In the PS3. All the way back. We're talking about 10, 15 years ago. People were asking for that game. 16 is the unusual Final Fantasy. It's a completely new story with completely new setting. You don't have to know any of the previous games to understand what the fuck's going on. Yes, there are certain things that link all these games together, like the crystals and the fantasy setting and some of the similar stuff, like Chocobos, which look even more fluffier in 16. Well done. I get very sad when any Chocobo gets hurt now.
Oh,
because look at them.
I know.
Look how adorable they are. And then they get put armor on them and people ride them into. It's like, God damn it. Okay, so now this is what those idiots about the fucking horses are about, aren't they?
Ow, I get it.
Now I get it. There's a difference. Chocobos can't fly. Horses actually do go and jump over fences.
That's true.
You just look at Chocobos in their natural environment, all they do is walk around going, Quah!
Yeah, so now that we have the debate of 3 million sales,
it's a success.
I would say it's a success.
That anyone that's saying it's not is an absolute fucking idiot.
Yeah, you sold 3 million in your first week. That's good.
The thing is, it's not even a debate in Square Enix. They're just basically going, it's sold this much at the moment, we'll keep watching the sales.
Yeah.
They won't release whether they think it's a success or failure for another 6 months. And it's so fucking...
I think it's because I think it's because it's Final Fantasy.
The thing is, it's the so-called fan base. This whole argument is not my Final Fantasy. Fuck off. It is a fan. I have played 4 hours of it, so I haven't really played enough to have a proper judgment on it. And I'm like, yeah, it is a Final Fantasy game. It's a Final Fantasy game. It has everything that a Final Fantasy game usually has. Fantasy, magic, chocobos, a plot that will probably change halfway through into something that's actually global event shattering bullshit. And there's a love interest.
Yeah.
By
the way,
I'm going
to say this right now. The summon fights are they're so good.
No, like I said,
it's the best part of the game.
Before Bayonetta, I didn't know I wanted kaiju fights in my game. After Bayonetta and Final Fantasy 16, I want more kaiju fights in my game.
I actually want to buy the kaiju fight game, so I can be a kaiju and fight
and fight
something.
Is that the one that now has Godzilla in it?
Yeah, the one that had the Godzilla event where you can be Mecha Godzilla.
Yeah, and Godzilla.
And Godzilla and Gorgoroth?
Yeah, Golgoroth, yeah.
My phone's going off because I'm very professional.
Very, very professional. What the... But the people that are going on about 3 million, it's a failure. It's a... What are you talking about?
You know at the beginning when I was talking about that these are the same people that don't understand what a monopoly is?
Yeah.
That's these people.
Yeah. They literally have no fucking clue.
They look at it and they're like, they look at it as COD sold 36 million copies. right? And they think, oh well, if nothing matches that, then it's obviously a failure.
Good for you. You're buying the same game year after year after year after year after year with just different microtransactions, which are now no longer micro because they're worth like $10, $15 fucking dollars. How the fuck is that micro? I can buy a giant bar of chocolate for fucking $15. Thank you very much. If I can buy a physical object for less than what fucking the game is selling me, that is not a microtransaction.
That's true.
I'm sorry, it's not. But yeah, the whole thing of like it's like Call of Duty is literally fucking bought year on year by certain groups of people. Those that really, really like Call of Duty and will play that to death all the time.
You diehards.
Mm-hmm. Which I'm like, look, I'm a diehard.
Every game has diehards.
I'm a diehard this fan, and I will buy all this. And I'm like, yeah, sure, go ahead, Yeoman. Then there's the hanger-ons. You know, the FIFA players.
Yeah, pretty much.
The ones who will buy the same game over, and also any EA Sports game. So Madden, you're included in this as well. Who will buy the exact same game over and over and over and over again, and then after and go, this is the greatest game ever. Only for 6 months' time go, oh, this is terrible, but don't worry, the next game's going to be better, we promise. Daddy EA told us it'd be better, so don't worry, it'll be better. We'll get this new massive feature like X Factors of your Mahomes, so he can do his own special throw, and he's going to make amazing throws. Only to ignore the people that say, by the way, Madden had that feature about 5-10 years ago. No, they didn't. Yes, they did. It's called this. No, it's a different name. It can't be the same thing. It's got a different name. So there's those people.
Yeah. Pretty much. It's those people.
If Call of Duty was actually bought by only diehards and the people that actually cared about a good game, it would not sell half as many as it would now. As it does now.
Call of Duty is like the perfect casual game if you think about it. That's who it's aimed at.
Yes. Although I would counter that argument by saying anyone who plays COD will tell you it's not a casual.
No.
It is a fucking sweaty bullshittery game.
Oh yeah. But anyway, Final Fantasy 13, 3 million sales is good.
Final Fantasy 16, it is a success. It is a good game. The primary question you have to make is, did it make money? Did it make more money than they spent? Now, we don't know how much money they spent, but I'm going to assume 3 million times 70 is going to be more than they spent. Or if not, probably close to what they spent on it.
Yes.
So yes, it's a success.
It's a success. And moving on to our last piece, and I'm doing this just because I think it's funny.
Yeah.
So apparently, an enhanced version of The Last of Us 2 is in the works.
For the love of fucking God.
I kind of want them to do it because it just completes the meme of The Last of Us just being a remake game now.
Yeah. Since, it's been a while since Bethesda announced a new remake of Skyrim.
Well, there's not been a new console yet. We've got to wait for the next gen consoles now.
True.
For it to be re-released on.
I know, but we've had PSVR 2. I would have thought they were going, yeah, there's a PSVR 2 Skyrim. Go get it.
Well, Xbox.
Yeah, that's true.
Why.
That's true. Also, they have to make it run on the Series S.
Yeah. Well, not VR, because Xbox doesn't have VR.
I know, but like Skyrim. Because I don't think there's a PS5/Xbox Series X version.
No.
So that's why. Because they have to make it run on the S, and I'm like, but it's basically just the last game.
Yeah.
It's basically the PS4/Xbox One.
Very much.
That's all it is. And even then, on the S, it doesn't run that great.
So there was an interview with the composer of the game from a Spanish journalist.
Mm-hmm.
Because the composer is Spanish. And he worked on the original game,
Okay, yeah.
And the TV show.
Yeah.
And he has come out and basically said that, well, he hasn't come out and said, he was asked, and he said it was in the works. Now, it was in Spanish, so who knows if the translation was actually right, but
the fan base have come out with not the reaction that you would expect, in a sense. Well, it depends on who you talk. I had the same reaction, which is, oh, for the love of fucking God.
My reaction was, please do this. I want the meme must be complete. It needs to be complete. As much as like I don't like the story of that game, I need the meme to be finished. And then what I need to happen is I need them to release The Last of Us free, right? And then a year later, release a remake of that game because I need it to happen. The meme has to stay. That like The Last of Us will just keep constantly getting remade for no apparent reason.
Yeah.
Oh, bless. I love it.
Look, we've already said our pieces on The Last of Us 2.
Yeah. Oh, no, I'm not going to... I'm just on about, like, the whole, like, yes, let's let's remake a game that doesn't need to be remade.
Like I've said before, they didn't even need to change... If they structured that exact same story differently, it would be better.
Yeah.
If they restructured that game differently, with the exact same story beats, just in a different order... it would go down a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
The issue is that you're already invested in Ellie and Joel.
Mm.
That's the problem. And they start off with one thing and then going, oh yeah, this person that did this thing to that person, you now have to like them.
Yeah.
No, that's not how things go.
During the conversation, one of the interviewers expresses delight at playing the game and finding out that Santalay has a cameo in it in the section in question, which can be seen in the video below. He's Argentinian, sorry. Musician can be found playing a score with a Ron Rocco. Okay? Mm-hmm. So there you go, there's the video. According to the Spanish language website, Vandal then revealed that a new version of the game is in the works, in which players will be able to make him play certain tracks, before adding that he wasn't allowed to reveal any more information. Now, I think I said this not long ago, that I think the reason why there is going to be a remake, this is my actual belief, is that because of the multiplayer, it hasn't come out.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah.
I generally think that they're strapping the multiplayer onto a remake.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
Yeah, that probably might be what happens. Again, like, it was released on
this is one of the things that I don't like about Sony. This shit.
Yeah, just remaking a game that was released like just on the
because
last
it did
console.
really well.
Like I said, the rule of thumb for me is if you're going to remake a game, it needs to be at least 2 consoles old.
Or worth it.
Like, for example, Bloodborne. If you want to make a remake of Bloodborne onto the PS5 with 60 frames per second,
yeah,
do it.
Give it to me.
We will pay you. We will buy that game.
I will buy that game. I will tell everyone to buy that game, so that I get a Bloodborne 2. I want a Bloodborne 2 so bad.
I'm sorry.
Every year.
Well, the thing is, Armored Core 6 comes out.
Yeah.
In a month. What is FromSoft doing after that?
Who knows?
Please let it be.
It's the thing is, Sony own the Bloodborne IP.
I know, but still, if Sony, could you just let FromSoft make a 60 frame per second version of Bloodborne
or just
on PS5?
get Bluepoint to do it.
Or
while FromSoft work on
a different game. Yeah, if FromSoft don't want to do it, then just
while FromSoft work on Bloodborne 2, Bloodborne 2, Bluepoint work on the remaster of the Bloodborne.
Oh, that game. Oh, if Bluepoint could do to Bloodborne what they did to Demon's Souls, that which is still the realms of fucking magic. The realms of console magic, almost to the level of like id's bloody release of Doom and Doom Eternal. Like, how the fuck did you get Doom to run so smooth on everything?
Yeah,
like, how? How did you do that?
It's like those people who managed to get The Witcher free on the Switch.
What black magic did
it's
you
just
pull?
black magic. You cheated. You've used magic. That is the proof I have
there
that
isn't code.
magic is real.
There isn't code in those.
Somebody went to Hogwarts that day and just found a spell that let them do it.
Yeah, that isn't code. That's literal magic in those versions.
I'm sorry, it's not possible.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm like Sony for the love of because they did it with Spider-Man.
Yes.
To the point where they changed the face of the person playing Peter Parker to match to the face of the voice actor.
Yeah.
And I was like, but that other dude looked like Peter.
Yeah, that guy looks like Peter Parker.
I mean, I look at it and go, yeah, okay, I can.
I mean, it could have been worse. They could have changed him to Tom Holland.
True. See, I don't mind Tom Holland as...
I do not.
I know you do not. But the thing is, you're not really a big Marvel fan, so it doesn't really matter for you.
That's very true.
Like,
but still.
Like, the only thing that really matters to you is, do they get Batman right in an adaptation?
Yeah, that's true.
For example,
Superman.
Superman's the same, I understand. Yeah, Superman's the same, but they usually get Superman right.
Did you not watch Man of Steel? And Batman vs Superman?
Yeah, but that was Henry Cavill. I'm not on about the actual script writing. I'm on about the person.
Oh, okay, all right.
Henry Cavill was like the pinnacle. It was like, yeah, you couldn't make it. You couldn't make a better Superman if you tried.
You have the perfect Superman, and what did you do? You fired him.
No. What did you do? You gave him the worst possible fucking scripts, and then fired him.
What's wrong with you? What is wrong with you?
And then to put the cherry on the fucking icing of that fucking shit cake, for the Flash movie, you decided to fucking put fucking or what's the thing called? You know, when you take a person's face and
the capture thing.
Yeah.
I think it's just called face capture.
No,
Sure that's what it's called.
no, it's what's it called? You know, when they take images of the face and make it do something that it didn't do.
Oh, I don't know.
I can't remember what it's called. It's fucking. I'm gonna be annoyed now because we're gonna stop recording. And
then you're like, I remember it.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, they do. They put fucking Christopher Reeve.
Yeah.
In that movie.
Yeah.
And then Adam West.
Yeah.
In that movie.
Yeah.
And I'm like, they're dead. They have no choice in this matter.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing?
Warner Brothers, my friend.
And this, by the way, this is the same group of people that are literally like, yeah, we just want to take an extra, film them for a day, pay them for a day, and then use their likeness for the rest of it all time.
Yeah, because we'll patent that likeness.
Yeah. To which
I'm pretty sure that's against the law. I'm pretty sure you can't do that.
Unless, technically they potentially, maybe, possibly can if you sign your down the line and agree to the pay.
That's true.
I would just go, yeah, pay me $10 million. No, sorry, pay me $10 billion, please. I mean, you're going to use me for $10 billion worth, so I want that $10 billion. Thank you very much. We're not worth that much. Well, you should have thought about that before trying to use my likeness for all perpetuity.
Yeah, that's true.
Here's the one thing in social media I've noticed is, like, you know how, like, before this all kicked off with the Writers Guild and because we're going on a little bit of a tangent, but
I will finish on this tangent.
Yeah.
I just wanted to mention The Last of Us.
Yeah, no,
because it's funny.
But this was what the artists on social media and that were saying about AI art. Like, they were literally saying, look, these people don't give a shit about the actual art. They just see it as another grift. They don't actually care about the actual art, and they just want to make money. And after they finish doing this, they will move on to the next thing, which is actors, writers, and lo and behold...
Well, it's translators now. Translators are the ones who are getting hit hard.
Yeah, translators at the moment are the ones that are getting really hit hard, which is fucking bullshit, because even translators can get things wrong. Like, you just have to look at Google Translate.
I know. Oh God, have you seen? There's this lass on YouTube who basically does parody covers of songs by putting the lyrics through Google Translate through different languages and then back to English.
Yeah.
And it's so funny.
Oh, that'd be hilarious. But these corporations, the fucking studios, we're back to these guys because, you know, let's be honest, there isn't a bat big enough to bash them over the head.
Oh yeah, they all need. They don't give a shit. Especially right now, they don't care.
They were openly speaking to each other. It got and someone leaked it, but I don't know who. They literally were saying to each other, "Look, we just need to ride out the writer's strike. They'll eventually run out of money. They'll eventually be out on the streets, and then we'll win." That's the type of people that want to use AI because they don't have to fucking pay them. That's it. It's not about AI's better than a writer because that will never happen. It's not an AI is a better actor because that'll never happen. Do you want to know why? Because it's a fucking computer. It can only be as good as the person that programs it. But the company just goes, yeah, we don't have to pay this person. More money for us. Yeah, we don't actually have to be a caring employer now. We just have this AI just fire off 20,000 scripts because it can. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but they're all shit. Well, we just market it and make people are too dumb to realise it's shit, so they'll go see it anyway. So,
I mean, to be fair,
what happened so Indiana Jones 5 made money? Yes? Yes? Oh, wait, no, it didn't. The Flash made money? No, it didn't.
Ant-Man didn't make any money.
Exactly.
Oh God, I will never get over Ant-Man 3.
Yes, an Ant-Man film again, a film where the main character, the title character, is not the main character.
No.
For the love of fucking God.
What's wrong with you people? Yeah, that's another. The Indiana Jones, they do that to him. Like, how can you do that to him? On his final movie. How can you do that to him?
The thing is, in one sense, I can understand because Harrison Ford can't do the shit that Indiana Jones is supposed to do. I understand that, but I don't go, then what was the point of making the movie?
Exactly, that's my point.
There's no point. There was, like I've said at work, like, Indiana Jones, the trilogy is a perfect trilogy. Raiders of the Lost Ark, Temple of Doom, the Final Crusade, Last Crusade. That is a perfect trilogy, does not need to be touched at all. No. Alien and Aliens should have stopped at Aliens. Should never have had Prometheus. Should never have had Covenant. Should never have had those two movies. Alien 3 is actually, that because of those two movies, not that bad. It gave us some interesting ideas, like The Runner. It gave the whole thing of, like, proof of concept of, like, well, is the drone that way because that's all drones, or is it because it was from a human? And it was basically, no, it's because it came from a human, because symbiotes, it's kind of symbiote, parasitic and symbiotic, so it takes some DNA, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, my point being is that Hollywood is in such a fucking mess right now, and now they don't have any actors, and they don't have any writers, because they're just too fucking greedy. And it's their own fault.
Yeah.
And if they think that, like, I'm just like, no, this needs to continue. The fight needs to continue until these people that are in charge of these studios go away, because they are the problem.
All right.
Just like Bobby Kotick needs to get the fuck out, and as well as a whole bunch of other CEOs from other companies need to literally be shown the door and kicked the fuck out with the biggest boot you can find. I'm just sick and tired of companies being run by people who do not have an absolute clue about the market they're in. Prime example, Hasbro and fucking Wizards of the Coast.
Yeah.
With D&D. The whole shit show that was the beginning of this year. Like, I'm just sick and tired of fucking people there on nepotism.
Do you know what the moral of the story is?
Go on.
Read manga.
Yeah.
There you go. That's the moral.
Manga, which whenever someone from the West fucking feigns fucking horror about the content in manga and goes, this is corrupting our children, the manga artists and the manga publishers go, and this is an 18 comic, why are you letting your child read it? But think of the children. It's not for children. What the fuck are you talking about? Also, Why have all these women got big breasts? Because I like big breasts.
I do love that. I love that.
Why
have you drawn this woman sexy? I like sexy women.
I like sexy women.
Yeah, I think it was Oda for.
Oda.
I draw sexy women because I like drawing sexy women.
I like drawing sexy women. To which I go, well, also, like, he doesn't just draw sexy women, he draws sexy men. Have you not seen everyone in that comic, that manga? One Piece is just like even Blackbeard, who's
even like the old guys.
Yeah,
are ridiculous. Whitebeard.
Dear God,
are ridiculously chiseled.
Like fucking, it's almost as if One Piece is literally almost as if everyone is literally a different form of Keanu Reeves. If every male was a different form of Keanu Reeves.
No, right. It is, right. You know the Yakuza games?
Yeah.
Like, it's just a manga version of the Yakuza games.
Yeah.
If you think about it, everybody at some point ends up bare-chested.
Ripped to hell.
They're all ripped to hell. They've all got muscles out of every freaking part where you can get a muscle.
They are all, in one way or another, mostly handsome.
Yeah.
With one or two exceptions. But they are all, the vast majority of them are handsome fucking guys.
Unless they're deliberately made to look ugly, like Orochi was.
Yeah.
Orochi was deliberately made to look like because he was a snivelling coward. So he had that look about him. He didn't look stoic or he wasn't chiseled and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, he was deliberately...
Unless, like, their features match their a lot of the characters, their features match their personality. Which,
especially in One Piece, it is all a bit of like, yeah, we're just going to fight each other until one of us wins.
Yeah. There we go.
Because why? Because we're shonen.
And that's how shonens work.
That's how shonens go for things. Do you not understand? Do you not understand the whole basic concept of a shonen manga? Like, just escalation.
Nah, it's fine.
Hence the reason why, you know, the last major storyline ended with a giant fight where the big bad ended up being punched into the centre of the planet.
Yeah. And he's not dead.
No. Because they can't kill him.
God, there was another one. A giant fucking dragon duck thing, and he's like, in his human form, actually no, in his hybrid form, he's just like I'm sorry, the one if you're a furry,
yeah,
like you're gonna like
Zone and
Wano. You're gonna like the Zone arc, and you're gonna like the Wano arc. Like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, but no, I back to the whole thing of like manga and the Western media or outrage about.
Well, no, actually, there's not a lot of outrage about manga now, especially when it comes to the comic book industry, because the comic book industry is actually being held up by the manga sales.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, because they got their fucking faces smashed in by manga.
So
for the last few years, why? Because unlike Marvel and DC, who were like fucking virtue signaling, because let's all be honest, they didn't actually give a shit about the virtues that they were apparently, you know, shouting for. Manga just went, no, we're just going to make good stories.
Well, I don't think that. Well, it is partly the fact that they didn't care. I think the problem was, it wasn't the fact that they didn't care. It was the fact that the writers that they got were subpar.
Well, yeah, but the thing is, though, if they'd actually cared about the virtues, if they actually cared about this thing, they would have actually got people who could actually make a decent story and still, like, it's not a new thing.
Yeah.
You know, they have characters that fit those roles. Batwoman, for example, in DC. And you know, Marvel has basically.
Yeah, but they'd rather make Falcon Captain America.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the thing.
They didn't want to put an actual like decent story behind someone like Steel.
No.
You know, or you know, give Falcon something to make him stand out. No, he has to just, you know, be a Captain America. Yeah.
Or the American Falcon, as he's called.
The American Falcon. I mean, at least he's trying to be separate from Captain America, but
the thing is, as long as he has that shield, he's always going to be...
My point being is that even manga does that better in a sense. Like, for example, prime example, Motoko Kusanagi. We don't actually know her actual gender.
Mm.
In the manga, she actually confirms that she has been in male prosthetic bodies. Because at the end of the first arc, when she's had the... her body has been literally just destroyed. And she... Bato puts her into a criminal's body that he just disposed of. Because it was like, well, I had to put you in there because your body was failing, and it was like, well, I've got no other choice. To which he went, by the way, this is a guy's body? You're like, what? Yeah. There's a thing down there.
Oh.
Like, Monoko has no qualms being both in a male and female body. She just chooses female.
Ah.
And then there's countless other mangas and that have these characters that fit that the West have tried to portray as, yeah, we represent you guys. But that's not their defining feature. And that's the thing. It's like, the West makes that person's either gender or...
Well, at least Marvel and DC do.
When I'm saying the West, that's who I'm...
The mainstream.
Mainstream media. They, for example, let's go back to games. The Last of Us 2. Yeah, what's their name? The one who's a trans character that's from the...
I can't even remember the name of the character.
That was their character. That was their defining characteristic.
Yeah,
the fact that they were trans. And I'm like, you're not going to even give them more?
Well, I mean,
a little bit more.
They gave him a tragic backstory. I mean, what more do you want? Oh, you want an actual character?
Yes!
Oh, no, you can't have that.
Yeah, with hopes, dreams, and abilities.
No, you can't have that. We just have to make them as depressing as possible. They
have to be a plot point. Yeah. And that's it.
Yeah. And it doesn't even matter if they're a good plot point.
Yeah. And that's the thing. It's like, I don't care about a person's... What box that person fits in. If they are a decent character, I will like them.
Tiger and Bunny.
Yeah.
Firestorm.
Yes.
I think that's his name.
Which one?
The fire.
Yeah, I think it's
fire superhero.
Yeah.
They're clearly gay.
Yeah.
Right? Or at least very effeminate.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But that's not the
defining characteristic.
That
is just a part of their character.
Yeah.
That's the point I'm making. It's like, and
by
again,
the way, Sky High, best superhero ever.
Thanks.
And thanks again. It's the greatest superhero line ever.
And back to the point, like, they don't have to create some of these characters. Like, prime example, DC against Batwoman, who it just frustrates the hell out of me that they have all these good characters that they could use if they wanted to put the time and effort in, but they don't want to put the time and effort in, so they just basically turn all these other characters to fit into whatever gender they want to say, because they want to go, yeah, we represent you, give us money.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, it's that, and they've just got, Superman makes a lot of money, so we'll just make Superman gay. Yes. Or bi.
We'll make him bi. We'll make him bi.
Not realising that, like, a lot of people will just turn around, and the majority of the fan base will just turn around and go,
"This is dumb.
That's not my Superman."
Yeah, this is
because that's the thing.
No, the thing is always like, it's not. I think that to say it's not my Superman is wrong. What it is like, this is not in character for Superman for all the years that they've had.
Right. Okay. To say this is not my Superman is true. Yes. Because, right, this has been a precedent throughout the years. The one of the biggest kickbacks from fans that DC ever had was when they changed the Flash from Barry Allen to Wally West. Right? A humongous backlash over that. Right?
Yeah.
And it's the same thing. You change something about a character, or just change him completely, right? The original fan base, like, if they changed Bruce Wayne, if they changed Batman from Bruce Wayne, right?
Yeah.
Indefinitely, they were like, oh no, it's not going to be Bruce Wayne anymore. It's going to be somebody else. That's not my Batman.
Well, they in a sense, they have already tried that with Tim Tim Drake taking over for... Was it Tim Drake?
Oh, yeah.
Taking over?
But the thing is, that's not my Batman.
No.
Because Bruce Wayne is my Batman. And the moment you change something about a character, that is no longer the character that person follows.
The counter argument I would go is saying, oh, it's not my Batman, gives those writers the ammunition that they want to get.
Well, fuck those writers.
I know that, but that's the thing. It helps them with that with the media presentation of, well, these people are just ingrates and they're self-entitled bigots and all that. When you fire back at them with logic and go, no, for the last 20 years this makes no fucking sense because of all this, and this, they then have to justify their reasons as writers to do that, and they don't usually have a credible reason. Well, I want to make my mark on the Superman story, and it's like, sorry, person who does not actually care about the product they're writing about. No one can make a bigger impact on Superman than killing him.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's been done, and he got resurrected. So I'm sorry, there's nothing else. There's nothing you can do. There is nothing you can do.
I mean, you can give him to Brian Michael Bendis, and he can kill it.
Nah.
Which is what they did.
Yeah.
And Brian Michael Bendis killed Superman.
Yes.
Not in the in the story he said no, he just ruined Superman completely.
To which then they had to give it to someone else to fix it.
Yeah, and then that guy made it even worse because he got rid of Clark Kent and brought in Jonathan Kent and made him bi.
Yeah.
And a protester.
Yes. Superman. The person that can literally stop every single nuke in the world.
And can... climate change. Somebody could just breathe on the Antarctic.
Yes.
And freeze it up again.
Yes.
And he's going to protest.
Yeah, he's going to protest. And I'm like...
I'm not actually doing anything about it.
In a sense, I'm like, I understand the message, but you don't understand... You need your storylines need to have a little bit of logic in it to make sense, to make it understandable, and you are not doing that.
Yeah, you're not doing a very good job of that. Anyway, I think we'll end it there. Corporations are bad. Monopolies are bad. That is the moral of the story here.
Yeah, corporations do not care about you, only how much money they can squeeze out of you.
Yes.
If you want to find proof, you just have to look at Activision Blizzard's shop, which will not be changing under Microsoft. I'll be glad to be wrong, but somehow I don't think
it may do. It may.
I somehow don't think
I'm trying to look on the positive side of this. Even though, as much as I can't stand the fact that people are yay, monopolies.
Like I say, if Bobby Kotick is forced out of Activision Blizzard, then it'll have done some good. I just don't think that's going to happen.
I don't think it's going to happen.
And until Bobby Kotick is forced out of it, Microsoft are just as bad as Activision Blizzard.
Yeah.
And on that bombshell.
Yeah, I do hope you've enjoyed this chat. We went on quite a few tangents today. But we'll see you in the next one. Bye now.
Toodles.